What do you think about this news that just dropped? Kellen Moore out as Cowboys OC.
Oh yeah.
Literally just got hired today by the Chargers.
So this is the thing, man. I hated the fact that Dallas didn't bring him back. I thought it was a dumb decision because Kellen Moore wasn't the issue. The issue was Dak. You look at Kellen Moore pre-Dak, he cooked. You look at Kellen Moore even with Dak, he was cooking to an extent. The problem was Dak turned the ball over. Literally, I saw he had signed the Chargers had brought him in before we started the show.
Chargers couldn't have signed him fast enough.
Literally, he was going to be the guy that I said, hey, we talk about replacing coordinators and we always say, oh, why would we or why wouldn't we and who would we and who wouldn't we?
He would have been a guy.
He would have been the guy for me because, number one, he's young. He's innovated his tech. He's played the game. Man, I was a fan of him when he was over at Boise. So it's like I know what he's capable of. But then, obviously, me watching the Cowboys, I see how the offense operates, the timing with it, the scheme with it. I think that he would have came in here and been awesome with this as well because I do think that he has a lot of similarities to what Matt Canada brings, but just more polished. And I think that that's one of the things that makes him such an intriguing candidate, which is why the Chargers signed him right away. When we talk about high-quality coordinators or coordinators that we feel like definitively are upgrades, we laid out the list and we said, what? Most of them dudes are hired.
And Kellen Moore was hired at the time.
He was hired
no one
at the
expected
time.
him to get fired.
He was hired. Me seeing him get fired, I'm like, bro, what? So I'm like, yo, man, that's the one.
They mutually agreed to part ways, apparently.
Right, yeah, you know, so yeah. I ain't never mutually, hey, coach, just mutually let me leave. No, man. But to me, he would have been the one that if we were going to make a legit push, I was cool on Frank Wright. Y'all already know we talked about that and why we talked about that. But to me, Kellen, I think, was very different. I don't have the baggage of, well, okay, am I trying to just focus on the success that he had at this location and forget this and this bad one? Or how do I didn't want to do that. I don't like doing that. If I'm going to do all that, man, let me ride with this young dude that's trying to show us what he can actually grow into. But Kellen Moore, I think, was different. I think Kellen, like I said, would be similar in terms of the entry level, but just more polished than a Matt Canada right now, man. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. So
yeah, the timing just wasn't right because people probably could easily say, why did the Steelers get Kellen Moore? They picked Canada over Moore. At some point in this offseason, the Steelers got to make a decision, and we were a couple weeks removed, and they finally said, hey, we're going with Matt Canada. I think no one thought Kellen Moore was going to be available.
I think if Kellen Moore is available when the season first ends,
different story.
I think it's a different story. But, man, we're talking how many weeks now has it been since the Steelers have played a game? They have to start preparing for the next season. You don't wait till training camp to start doing that. You start doing that now. So, for them, it's like, yeah, man, I can't wait all day. Shoot, so I get it. I do. But he would have been the one for me, man. If I had to definitively say yes to one, he would have been that guy.